What is up, guys? I'm your friendly neighborhood web war fanatic, and I want to give a huge shout out to Fantasy Flight Games for sending me two new cards from the upcoming Civil War expansion to review to you guys. I'll be going over the practicality of these cards and a little bit of lore as well. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So first we have the Venom minion right here from the Dangerous Recruits modular set. 1 scheme, 3 attack, and 4 hit points. That's not too bad. Note that he also has the Thunderbolt trait, but he's not elite, so he can't be one of those elite Thunderbolts used in the Thunderbolt scenario from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So this Venom right here is actually not Eddie Brock, and he's also not Flash Thompson. These were the two Venoms that have already been represented in Marvel Champions so far. This is actually the Matt Gargan Venom. Yeah, it's another iconic Spider-Man villain, Scorpion, whenever he had the symbiote suit. Since I am a web war fanatic, it only makes sense that I received a Spider-Man related card, so shouts to Fantasy Flight Games for that. During and following the Civil War storyline, this version of Venom with the eyes was in the Thunderbolts team, and this team was eventually led by Norman Osborn himself. As for the card itself, his attacks have piercing. Normally in Marvel Champions, Venom is represented with Overkill, so it's interesting that they gave this one piercing. Is it because it's Matt Gargan Scorpion and he has a more piercing type personality? I'm not sure. But I think for a minion that does not have villainous, piercing is usually going to be stronger than Overkill because we usually don't use allies to block minion attacks anyways. And we may have a tough stats card. Also, he has a one review ability where he attacks the enemy leader, otherwise he activates against the player. So the enemy leader will only apply in the PvP mode, while the latter effect refers to co-op mode. The flavor text is, just a bite, we won't kill him. I think for co-op mode, this card is a mid-range minion with a decent attack stat. The immediate activation could also be tough to deal with, immediately needing to tank 3 hit points from his attack, or if you're in Alter Ego, whenever he's reviewed, he would do a scheme activation and then add 1 threat to the main scheme, which is definitely the preferred option, unless the main scheme only needs 1 threat to pop, then it could be worse. I think the more interesting use for this card will actually be in PvP mode through cards like Shield Recruits and Targeted Strike, where we can actually tutor and search through the encounter deck for this specific minion and then deal it to the opponent as a face down encounter card. And if my opponent is playing alongside the Captain America leader from the Resistance, you know I am bringing this Dangerous Recruits modular set every single time because Captain America gets a tough every time he gets his shield, and Venom can pierce that tough right off whenever he's reviewed. So I think it's a really good counter if your opponent's playing that to add in the Dangerous Recruits. I don't know if your opponent will let you, but I'm definitely going to try. The other card that Fantasy Flight Games sent me is another minion from the Dangerous Recruits modular set from Civil War, and it is the Bullseye minion. This is the first time we've ever seen Bullseye in Marvel Champions, and as a Daredevil fan, it is super cool to see Ben Poindexter in the game. He has 2 scheme, 2 attack, and he also has the Thunderbolt trait and was in the same team with Matt Gargan's Venom. When reviewed, the enemy team gets to choose an attachment from your leader and then discard it. We can't discard Cap's shield because it's permanent, but we can target Cap again and discard his Super Soldier Serum if he has it. What's cool about this effect is if there are no attachments to discard in PvP, or if you're playing co-op where there is no leader on your side, Bullseye will force the player to discard an upgrade, kind of like a Caught Off Guard that only targets upgrades. This could be easier to deal with than Caught Off Guard if you have no upgrades because it won't surge, but if you have only one important upgrade in play, like Endurance, this could be more rough, because if Endurance leaves play, then that identity will lose 3 hit points. Bullseye also has the hilarious flavor text, "This is too rich, I'm working for S.H.I.E.L.D. and Daredevil is the outlaw," since Matt is with the Resistance. Apparently, Matt had Iron Fist wear the Daredevil costume during this time as he did lawyer stuff. And there you guys have it. These are the 2 new cards that will be in the Civil War expansion releasing on September 19th. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you all of you guys for watching. I had the honor of receiving cards because of y'all support, so thank you guys so much. And thank you again to Fantasy Flight Games for sending me the cards. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and see you guys all in the next video.